Welcome, ZiggyNo here. And on this day, December 28th in 1975, the Hail Mary was born. That was when Roger Staubach threw a touchdown pass to defeat the Minnesota Vikings in a NFC playoff game. Now, to be honest, I didn't know that. And as I said in the video, the first time I made this 2 years ago, you'll see this is actually a video from 2020, December 28th. I thought it was going back to Doug Flutie, right, at Boston College, Miami, correct? Anyway, purpose of this video is to bring you back in time a little bit to some of the documentation that went on in the hobby, what's going on in the hobby then and what's going on in the hobby now. So real quickly, I'll leave a link below to this private video. It's part of my documentation of the hobby over the last few years. You'll see some great links below in this video. You can go check out the sources, the study on sports cards, CNBC video, Card on Fire. Check out those articles. I do recommend those. And then I have links to videos that I mentioned. Now, a couple things I want to talk about. And again, it's 2023, or we're coming up on 2023. It's 2022 right now. In this video, great comments and article here about why people were getting into sports cards. Really interesting to look at these stats and compare them to where we are today. COVID-19 has been a stressful time for Gen Z millennials. 77% looking comfortable content that give them a break from the news. Isn't that interesting on what kind of brought them in? They're looking for something to get, like, the news is just, it was all about COVID, politics, and people went to sports, right? They went to breaking or sports cards or whatever. Great video, great article, great feedback there. Another interesting article or video that I mentioned 2 years ago was the rise of alt. In this video 2 years ago, I talk about how, I forget this guy's name, Lilor, purchased several big cards, including the Mike Trout Superfractor, not the autograph, but just the base card Superfractor. And look at where alt is today, suing Beckett. They had the privacy issue. They had the $30. They had to pay out to people on their survey. Interesting company. And where they were 2 years ago and where they are today, and where will they be 2 years from now? I suspect out of business. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I think they're out of business. But next one up. Again, you can check out these about rookie cards heating up. Durant. Remember how important Durant was 2 years ago? Now he's like a pariah. No one wants his cards. Isn't it interesting? Another video here on, this is basically looking at Neo. And what I thought was interesting here is Neo in this video. Where do we do this? Oh, I thought I had a Neo part. He's around 2,000 subscribers, but Neo talks about weekly update. He goes over kind of his prices. It's interesting to listen to him in this video talk about what's going on in the hobby 2 years ago today. Let's fast forward up here again. Slab stocks. These guys were discussing at the time 2 years ago today, Sapphire Soccer, which is only available by Montgomery Club members, or if you were in Europe. U.S. public never got access to Sapphire. As far as I know, I tried to get it and I never got it. And I'm curious if anyone else could argue that. But, interesting thing about COVID and the distribution and some of the challenges there. Another great video here from Zombie Collector on TTMs through the mail autographs, which I thought was really interesting and recommend taking a look at that. Listen to that. Here's a really interesting video that I focused people's attention to back in the day. And that's She Collects Cards right here. She Collects Cards. There's the link below. Again, if you follow me today, not a fan of She Collects, but I will say this. I start by believing everybody's good in the beginning of the hobby, and then they show me their true color over time. I'll just leave it at that. And we'll leave it at that. Next up, looking back, Trike, big fan of Trike. Let's see. Do we have a video here that shows his I don't think we have one that's showing his subscriber, but again, early on in Trike Day. Here's another one talking about sports cards with Sasha T and Coleman. Here's a video from, what's his name? Because I'm Carlos, talking about consent and content, hobby content, and the rise of hobby content. Great segment here. But things I want to bring your attention to, again, like I said, these links are here, so you can check out the study on sports cards, the article here on sports cards. I recommend you go out and take a look at those links. Let me see, I'll pull those up for you. Links are still good. You got the R baseball cards, a good investment from 2 years ago. Over 131,000 people watch that on CNBC. Again, link will be in the video. And then here's the article there I talked about, still available, on why Gen Z people got into this. So here's a little article here on DJ Ski, right, who starts his card empire around the same time. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this quick look back at sports cards 2 years ago. I do this from time to time. I look back at my history and what was going on this day, stuff that I can share with you. I'll be doing a lot more of this as we move forward into 2023. Probably won't do it daily. Just, hey, I do this for fun. I don't do this because I'm getting paid, and I'm not looking to get paid to do this. But I'll probably do this on a weekly basis, maybe kind of a weekly highlight of what happened, 2 years, 1 year, 3 years ago in the hobby on this day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this look back at the hobby. And also, I hope you guys appreciate kind of what my goal has always been on this channel. I say it in the video 2 years ago, and I say it today. It's about sharing great information, making the hobby better, and voicing my opinion, which I will back up my opinion with true experience or listening to experts or whatever it might be. I'll give you the resources to my experience that I'm learning and sharing with you. Guys, if you haven't already, please comment below. Hit the thumbs up button or thumbs down if you thought you did a bad job. I just appreciate the feedback. And I really, really, really appreciate subscribe and shares. Thank you.